Clear? On to, why I am saying on to? Because if you give any natural number, give me 10. So 10 will be mapped somewhere to some positive integer. If you give 2 lakh, some positive integer. If you give me some 2 lakh 1, will be mapped to some negative integer. Means there will be no element in n which is not image of some element of z. Clear or not? So बच्चे, what is the definition? To show कि is z is countable, what we done is we have shown कि yes, there exists such map f such that defined by this mapping, and f is bisection 1 1 on 2. So z is countable. Any doubt? Any समस्या? Okay. Clear है अभी? So please, I will suggest persons who are writing this UPSC optional, please be ready for the next. And persons who are writing like going for TIFR and all, they must focus on theme of this. Theme is what? Getting such bisection. And how we tried is negative integers to odd natural number, positive integers to even natural number, and 0 is back to 1. Am I clear or not? Chapko? So z is countable. If z is countable, then 2z is मना कर देगा क्या? The same picture. So 2z is countable. 3z, 4z, all are countable. 2z is what? Set of even integers. Okay. Here I would like to tell you that if you can note it down somewhere, if a is countable, then any subset of a is also countable. Do remember this thing. So because just 1 minute before, people may think, sir, please show the bisection between 2z and n. So don't try to show the bisection between 2z and n. Just remember this bisection and show कि z is countable. So any subset of countable set is again countable. So since z is countable, so 2z is countable, mz is countable. Clear? Any doubt? Countability से? चल. So this is also called z is denumerable. Means you can tell what is the first element of z, what is the fourth element of, what is the fourth element of z? 2. What is the 10th element of z? Something. What is the third element of z? This. What is the 7th element of z? This. So this is called denumerable. Okay. One more beautiful concept I would like to tell you here is diagonalization. Don't confuse with the matrix ka diagonalizability. Here diagonalization means something else. So with the help of that, we will move the set of rational numbers, that means q, is countable or not. So let's say someone talks about Cartesian product n cross n, and he asks कि is n cross n is countable? Question mark. And this is not a simple question, this is a concept actually. Okay, so to prove these things, what we use is diagonalization. What as the diagonalization, just I'm giving you the brief. Suppose that I try to write the set n cross n. Okay, so how beautifully I'll write that. Suppose that 1 comma 1 is the first element, 1 comma 2 is second element, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, and so on. Then write 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, and so on. 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, and so on. Similarly, I can write elements of n cross n or not. Any doubt किसी को भी? Now, what I do is I just give this as first element. Please notice here, first element of the set n cross n. This is the second and third element. This is first element, second element, third element. Now what I do is, this is the fourth element, fifth element, sixth element, and I move like this. Means if I continue this process, some people do like this diagonalization. If I continue this process, means I am on the path of denumerability or not. I can tell you what is the 1000th element, what is the fifth element, what is the seventh element, and so on. So this is a very beautiful concept, that is diagonalization. With the help of this Cartesian product kind of stuff, you can show the denumerability. Getting? So let's check. Q is countable set of rational numbers. That is our question. So this is a half target for you guys. Hint is diagonalization. अच्छा बच्चे, how you write Q? Means elements of the form P by Q. So means any rational number R will be written as P by Q. There will be some, please focus here, there will be some P, there will be some Q. So what I did is, I will just represent this any rational number by P comma Q. And why I am doing so? Because if I am writing like this, I can frame the picture like this, like P1 comma Q1, P2 comma Q2, P3 comma Q3, and so on. And with the help of diagonalization, in the same procedure, it can be seen that Q is countable. Any doubt? Any issue? So those whatever we have learned from the minute 1 to this time, our base is n, means countability, we take base as n. So after n we have shown कि z is countable, then we have shown q is countable. So please do remember these things. These are your exam points. N, Q, Z all are countable sets. Is that clear or not? Any doubt? Should I move on? So A cross B kind of stuff. Acha, one more theorem for you guys. The statement is, acha, one thing I'd like to tell you, the beauty of, you are saying that I have no paper, I have no book. Still how much I am enjoying for this concept. Because not only this concept, the mathematics, because I have developed the flow. Actually I enjoy this. Okay, now the union will come, now this thing. And why I am not panic? Because I am very much consolidated. I know these are the 10 things, and with the help of these 10 things, I have to do, I have to prove, I have to understand, I have to summarize. So that is the beauty of this learning all these comprehensively. So suppose that AIs are countable sets, then union of, like infinite collection of union of these countable sets is also countable. Okay, so you can say N union Z union Q. If someone asks in the interview ki N union Z union Q is countable or not, so you will reply ki yes, those are countable, because union of countable sets is again a countable set, and the base is simply finding the bijection or defining the denumeration through the diagonalization. Is that clear? So this is the part 1 of countability. Countability is clear or not for everyone? कोई doubt है तो please चिल्लाइए. चलो. So I want to move. Just give me 1 second quickly. So yes. Should I remove this picture? बस थोड़ा सा hardly 10 minutes का concept is there, because investing 10 minutes will make your life easy for the whole examination process. Okay, now I am coming on uncountable sets. What dear? Uncountable sets. So what is the definition? A set which is not countable. Okay. So बोलेंगे सर इसमें नया क्या है? What's new in it? So a set which is not countable, mathematically you say कि there does not exist any bijection between, let's say S is the set S and M. Okay? So in this words, like mathematically you can say. So other point is, please do remember this point, if a proper subset, if a proper subset of some set, suppose that S of A is uncountable, only 3 words I will give you here, please listen with patience and note down also. A proper subset S of some set S is uncountable. Point देखिएगा, a proper subset, if a proper subset S of some set A is uncountable, then A is also uncountable. So this is the base for this uncountability part. Means, for example, if we wish to show that set of real numbers is uncountable, then we can show open interval is uncountable, so R is also uncountable. Means to show the uncountability of some bigger set, you just take a proper subset of that set and try to say that subset is uncountable, then its superset will also be uncountable. Fine. So this is the basis behind proving these uncountability part. Is that clear or not? Shabko? So how we prove that 0, 1 is uncountable? For this there are n number of ways in the real analysis. For example, if we see the Wordle and Sideward ka book, there is given that binary or decimal representation wala proof. Okay, so that is easy to understand. I have also written on your class notes. Other proofs are also there, but what I will suggest, go through this binary decimal representation wala point. The simple thing is, here you try to extract, please note it down, you try to extract at least core cheese, the core thing I am giving you, at least one element which is not the part of denumeration. Okay, so whenever we try to show some uncountability, we just try that this element, okay, first we start the countability. Let's say diagonalization आपने start किया, you just count, and at the end of the process you say कि this is some particular element which is not coming in this counting, so this set will be uncountable. So these are some basics behind that. Also, what the target I have given to finding the bisection between open interval 0, 1 and closed interval 0, 1. All those solved in your class notes also, which are uploaded in the Telegram group. So I am not bothering about कि sir answer क्या होगा. Answer is already given, but I will suggest you to think at least, because such beautiful concepts comes in years. Okay, so think. Then you will realize what the beauty in these concepts. Okay, so in this process we show that any open interval in R is uncountable, so R is uncountable. Fine. So what I need to remember is the first point, N, Z, Q are countable. Z ko how we show the countability, that mapping, please do remember. Third point, subset of countable sets is again countable, union of countable sets again countable. Okay, to show the uncountability we use either this diagonalization process में से extracting one element which is not coming in the denomination, or the decimal representation wala part. If you are interested, then you can go through the notes. Chalo. Now I am coming on this second part का ही bit elaborated part है, but that is very beautiful. So please have patience. Just last part of this topic, because cardinal numbers also I introduced. So I want to tell you something about cardinal numbers, how they came into the picture, and how the Cantor's theorem we use that. So one more proof for this uncountability here you will get. So write cardinal numbers or cardinality. See, cardinality means number of elements in that set. ये अपन बचपन से जान रहे हैं. We know this cardinality of a set is the number of elements in that set. So what happens? A set is finite, so means cardinality will be some finite number. If A is infinite, so finite set, तो उसका cardinality will be depending on number of elements, so some finite number. If A is infinite set, then how we represent the cardinality? So here we have two things. Number first is, see, finite sets always countable, so उससे तो अपने को कोई दिक्कत नहीं, no issues there. In case of infinite set, that may be countable and that may be uncountable. Fine. For countability, what is the base for us? N, Z, Q and all. Cardinality, in this case, cardinality is represented by a cardinal number Aleph null, Aleph not. Okay. Ab here the Cantor Sahab comes into the picture. What Cantor says that there exists no surjection, you can say onto, or some people say bijection also, between the set and its power set. So for example, if A is 1, 2, 3, so what will be power set of A? 5, empty set, element 1, 2, 3, maybe element 1, 2, maybe element 1, 3, maybe element 2, 3, maybe elements 1, 2, 3, etc. So this is the collection of all subsets of A. What Cantor says कि between A and PA there cannot be a surjective map. अच्छा बच्चे, what is the number of elements in PA? Tell me. So if cardinality of A is n, then cardinality of PA is 2 raised to the power n. You can check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you can note it down, cardinality of A is n, then cardinality of power set of A is 2 raised to the power n. So those, what it is representing as uncountability के केस में we have cardinal numbers as LF1, LF2, LF3 and so on. What is LF1 here? It is 2 raised to the power LF naught. This is nothing but 2 raised to the power LF naught and so on. Have patience. Because the thing may be कि I can skip these parts, but I don't think, because as the pattern is being changed, the topics which are not asked frequently, you must be aware at least about those. So if I want to say कि NZQ comes here and this comes the cardinality of R. So if someone asks what is the cardinality of R, that is 2 raised to the power L of null, heading or represented by L of 1. Okay, so very beautiful actually. I am very happy for that because I enjoy it. See, I want to check कि whether R is uncountable or not. So what I try to do is एक map define करता हूँ N से R पर. Let's define some f from N to R, and if f comes to be surjective or bijective, means on one and on two, then I will say R is countable, otherwise नहीं. Okay. So N का cardinality क्या है मेरे बच्चे? Aleph null, means number of elements N is Aleph null. इसका cardinality क्या है? 2 raised to the power Aleph null. Come here. What it says? Cantor Sahab कि between a set which has n element and a set which has 2 raised to the power n element cannot be a surjective map. So means not possible. So focus here. That is why I was giving that proof, because Cantor Sahab did this very beautifully कि between a set जिसके पास n एलिमेंट है, a set जिसके पास 2 raised to the power n एलिमेंट है, इन दोनों के बीच में you cannot define a bijective map. So between n and R you cannot define any bijection. So R is not countable, and not countable means uncountable. Any doubt? Any issue? Should we move on? Beautiful. Very good. Okay. The last point, which may be target for you guys too. One second, guys, please. So the last part, what I wanted to tell you from the real analysis, now we try to move on for the group theory ka example. Let G be a group. And that is the beauty of doing these beautiful stuff. What I am saying is, let G be a group. So let G be a group. And order of G is, suppose that, N. Let S be the collection of all subgroups of G. What I am saying is, let G be the group of order N and S be the collection of all subgroups of G. So what my question is for you guys, कि S is countable or not. So what we have proved here,